What's up everyone, I'm here with another video, and today I am going to be unboxing and reviewing the Seth Rollins Ultimate Edition from Mattel Series 30. Now one thing I will say, it is crazy that it's already Series 30. I remember just ordering one from Amazon and it was Series 17 Seth Rollins, and the robe was like, the robe that he came with was literally something we never seen before, and once again it's something we never seen before. So it does say burn it down right there. I know some of you guys like to see that. It's gonna come with 4 extra hands, and it's just gonna be posing hands, but we're gonna take them out of the box, kind of like your Randy Orton, Seth Rollins now posing hands. So they look, just regular hands right there for him to pose with. And the next pair of hands are once again posing hands, kind of like slapping hands, open hands, etc. So right there, we just use them to pose basically. I will say the sculpts on these are really amazing. I looked really closely and the details were on these were amazing. You guys can see the details. They kind of look like real hands. They're sculpted really well. And then we are going to have another extra head of him, and this is where he is yelling. You guys can see the gold, or like the blonde, going down. He did have a little bit of blonde hair at the time. I honestly really like whenever he has blonde hair, especially that one era where he first kind of joined WWE. And also the glasses right here, the glasses are really sick. Once again, amazing glasses. The details are amazing. I really like how the red looks. And this is from his Monday Night Raw Netflix attire, like the first ever Monday Night Raw on Netflix, whenever he was the main event. You guys can also see it does say it in the box, but man, this robe is just beautiful. The details are amazing. It feels nicely made in hand. It feels like rich, and Mattel is just doing their thing. I feel like Mattel is ahead of everyone from this direction. And it's just crazy that we're getting this in an action figure that is mass produced. I remember as a kid, if I wanted something even this detailed, I wouldn't be able to get it. If I did get anything close to it, it would have to be like somewhere I find on eBay, or someone making it, and they'll have to be like one of the top eBay sellers who makes the best of the best, and it would not be mass produced like this. It would probably be one of 5, something along those lines. So the fact that we are getting something like this and it's mass produced with this much details from Mattel, it's amazing, and action figures have just taken a leap this year. Now we're going to take out the actual Ultimate Edition right here, Seth Rollins. We're going to check out his gear. This is his head sculpt that he does come with, just a serious face head sculpt. I will say everything moves around really well. His other Ultimate Edition, Series 17, and the Amazon exclusive one. I don't own the Amazon exclusive one, but I know the 17 one did move around really well, and I will say this Seth Rollins moves around really well. Everything moves around great. His head is not loose at all. You guys can see his tattoos. I really like the mold on his body, honestly. I really like how it looks, and his knees are not stiff at all. Moves around really well. So everything really moves around really well, guys. The details on his belt is there also. I would have liked for it to have more details on his pants, a little sculpted on details, but I do understand because the robe probably cost a lot to make. And I did a loose test and he was not loose at all, so that's another plus right here. Recently I've been getting like some loose Mattel, some not loose, but this one was not loose at all, so that's a plus for me, and I do really like this gear. Also, if you guys want to pause it, zoom in on anything, you guys can. I'm just going to spin him around here and basically show you guys him in all his glory. But yeah, honestly, no complaints from this Ultimate Edition. I think Mattel did their big one here. So one thing I will say, it is crazy that we're in Series 30 already. But yeah, everything looks great. It is from an iconic moment. It's first moment on Netflix. So, that's going to be iconic for a long time. And I cannot wait to see how his robe looks. Right now I am going to test out if his other head sits well and if his other arms sit well. So we're gonna get right into that right now. Alright, we're gonna do the head test first. We're just gonna take it off here, and let's see, we'll just take it off right there, and then goes off really smoothly. So one thing I do have a problem with Mattel, sometimes the head are super loose, doesn't feel right whenever I switch out the heads. Um, this one honestly feels really great, doesn't move around, it looks like it belongs, maybe a little too long, but not really much to complain with. It'll probably look really good with the rope, so everything is good. And then we're going to test out his hands and if they fit well. Usually the hands I have no problems with. They usually fit really well. But you know, we're just going to test them out. One time I got a Bailey and the peg was not it was not it was not open all the way, so I literally needed to open it myself. So that did suck, but first hand fits really well. We're going to try out the other hands. And you guys can see it goes on really well. And if you guys can also see, I'm you know, moving around the Ultimate Edition, and his head is not wiggling at all, it's not moving. So yeah, these hands fit really well. So we're just gonna take them off now. We did that little test, and then we're gonna put on the robe, and then we're gonna put on the other set of hands. But let's just see how the robe goes on. I think it's gonna fit really well. Probably nothing to really worry about here. And yep, it goes on really smoothly. Yeah, this robe is just amazing, guys. The details on this, it like feels like really good in hand. It feels like super real. And I'm looking at the top, and the top is like a different type of material. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's leather. I don't know if it is. It might be, but the material is really rich, and I really do like that they're going with it. So we're gonna try and put on his other hands, which are basically just his you know, his open hands, basically posing hands. So the posing hands, no problem at all. They fit really well, which of course they are. Of course they do. But yeah, they go on really well. Now we're gonna try on his sunglasses. Alright, here we go, his sunglasses. So honestly, they're not really flush to him, what makes sense, because of course they probably needed to like spend more time on the robe, and they're not really flush. They didn't want to make a new head sculpt for this Ultimate Edition, which makes sense. But yeah, it's not completely flush, but it does stay on. One thing I will say is I gotta put this somewhere where I know I'm not gonna knock it over, where I know I'm not gonna move, and where I know if it falls off, it's gonna stay on the shelf. So that's one thing I will worry about. This is how it looks on the other head sculpt if you guys wanted to see it. So yeah, my only worried is the glasses, and the only reason I'm worried about it is because I don't want to lose them. But everything else, guys, everything else is literally perfect. I mean, look at that. That looks beautiful, man. But yeah, the one thing I will worried about, the one thing I will say is the glasses, guys. Put it somewhere where you know if you knock it down, it's gonna stay on the shelf, or if you know you move around or something happens, um, the glasses are gonna fall on the shelf. They're not gonna fall on the floor, because if they fall on the floor, you don't notice it. You're vacuuming, you're moving around, you know, picking up trash. You know, they might get lost. So one thing I really don't want to do is lose them, because I do think these glasses are really sick. So yeah, that's one warning I will give you guys. One thing I will worry about is just make sure the glasses are not going to fall off. You could also put some type of like clear rubber band on them, but I am just going to put it on the back of my shelf just in case. You know, where you can still see the Ultimate Edition, you can still see Seth Rollins, but I will be careful about that. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe.